What up, y'all? It's your boy, Mr. Downtown Ray Melo, and you're listening to the Entertainment Report on iHeartRadio, live from Dubai for Monday, October 31st, 2016, delivering some major stories and trends going on in the world of entertainment and beyond. You can follow the show on Facebook, Twitter, or Instagram, facebook.com/The Entertainment Report with Ray Melo, that's RAYMELO, on Twitter at The Enter Report, or on Instagram at The Entertainment Report. You can listen to the show anytime you want on iHeartRadio. Just go to iHeart.com or your iHeart phone app, search for The Entertainment Report, and it'll take you to the page. I hope everyone had a fantastic weekend. Mark Wahlberg's Boston Marathon bombing movie Patriots Day is to close the 2016 edition of AFI's Fest in Los Angeles. A special gala screening of the Peter Berg-helm picture is scheduled for November 17th at the TCL Chinese Theater. Jacqueline Lianga, the director of the AFI Fest, said in a statement Friday, Patriots Day is a moving tribute to the strength of the human spirits, the heroes of Boston, and our nation's capability to unify in the wake of unimaginable. Peter Berg brings together a riveting ensemble cast whose emotional performances beautifully humanize and personalize the people whose lives have been forever changed. We are honored to screen this film as the special closing night gala presentation of AFI Fest. The film co-stars John Goodman, Kevin Bacon, Michelle Monaghan, and J.K. Simmons. It will open in Boston, New York, and Los Angeles on December 21st and will roll out nationwide on January 13th. Fans of the new Star Wars films have accused Daisy Ridley's character Rey of being too perfect, calling her a Mary Sue. Ridley responded to the criticism and said she found the use of the term Mary Sue confusing. Ridley said, I think Rey is incredibly vulnerable and nothing she's doing is for the greater good. She's just doing what she thinks is the right thing, and she doesn't want to do some of it, but she feels compelled to do it. So for me, I was just confused. Ridley also pointed out the similarities between Rey and her rumored father, Luke Skywalker, and noted there are no similar backlash against that character famously played by Mark Hamill. Ridley said everyone was saying that Luke had the same capabilities. The Mary Sue thing in itself is sexist. Ridley will reprise her role as Rey for the follow-up to Star Wars The Force Awakens in Star Wars Episode 8, which premieres on December 15th, 2017. J.K. Rowling's Cormorant Strike mystery novels are being adapted for the small screen by HBO and BBC, who are partnering for the upcoming event series. Rowling, who penned the majorly successful Harry Potter books, wrote a series of 3 novels in the series dubbed Cormorant Strike under the pen name Robert Gibraltar. The Cormorant Strike novel tells the story of a veteran-turned-private eye named Strike, who takes on the task of solving some of London's most high-profile crimes. The first book, The Cuckoo's Calling, will be adapted into a 3-hour series with the following books, The Silkworm and Career of Evil, each running 2 hours. A 4th book is set to be released 2017. Filming on the series will begin this fall in London, with Tom Burke starring as Strike. BBC and HBO also teamed up for another TV adaptation of Rowling's first post-Potter books, The Casual Vacancy, which aired in 2015. Rowling also wrote the screenplay for the upcoming film Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them, which takes place in her Wizarding World and hits theaters on November 17th. Stephen Yang revealed how he passed time with co-star Michael Cutlitz before they filmed their final scenes on The Walking Dead. Late-night host Conan O'Brien asked Yang Thursday while the actor appeared on Conan, "You and Michael Cutlitz kind of goofing around a little bit before the last shot, is that right?" Yang explained that whole night took hours and we were just camping out in the makeup trailer looking super gnarly and we had to kill some time and make ourselves laugh because it was so sad. Yang then shared the clip which featured himself as Glenn from The Walking Dead and Cutlitz as Abraham in full bloody makeup for him when new villain Negan beats them to death with his barbed wire bat named Lucille in the Season 7 premiere. Yang says in the comedic video, "I feel fine." Cutlitz answers, who then begins singing, "I feel fine too." Yang said afterwards, "Let's not forget Michael Cutlitz made Abraham into one of the greatest characters on television. He's so phenomenal, and I'm honored to share that with him." Also on Conan, Yang jokingly revealed that his next gig following The Walking Dead was standing in for O'Brien on the show. The 32-year-old was then shown mocking the comedian as he addressed his audience, attempting to play guitar and make his hair stand upright. And in a related story, last week's Season 7 premiere of AMC's The Walking Dead was seen by 20.8 million total viewers. The cable network revealed the Sunday night program's viewership Friday. The latest episode of the zombie apocalypse drama featured the gruesome deaths of longtime characters Glenn and Abraham, played by Stephen Yang, and Michael Kulitz, at the hands of the new villain Negan, played by Jeffrey D. Morgan. Charles Collier, the president of AMC, Sundance TV, and AMC Studios, said in a statement, "When millions of fans come together at almost exactly the same time to share a story elevated that viewers anticipate and have time to let sink in and discuss moments we collectively feel, is as good as television gets and a reminder of the power of weekly storytelling. This week, The Walking Dead once again proved that for all of us. Rest in peace, Glenn and Abraham. You will never be forgotten." Lee Majors admits he wasn't aware of the classic Evil Dead horror comedy movies before he was asked to guest star in Season 2 of their television sequel Ash vs. Evil Dead. Grilled about why he opted to play the grudge-holding father of Bruce Campbell's demon hunter Ash on the star's hit, the 77-year-old $6 million man and the Fall Guy icon told UPI at the New York Comic-Con, because I was asked, I got a phone call to say would I be interested and would I like to do it. He wanted to explain he hadn't seen the films or show before that point, so he binged Ash vs. Evil Dead to see what it was all about. I said it was batshit crazy. I've got to be a part of it. It's so funny. And I think that's what draws most of the fans to the show. I wouldn't have done it if it was just strictly a horror show without the comedy. Some tune in for the gore, some tune in for the comedy. So once he agreed to take the role, how did he go about figuring out how to play it? Majors revealed, having watched the first season, I knew where to go with that because he has got to be a chip off the old block, so I just came in as the old block. I came in with the same attitude Ash has, more or less in the same competition with the ladies that he has, and it worked from there. He also added, a 58-year-old Campbell said in a separate interview, Lee is great. Lee is what you would hope he would be. You hope he would be a gentleman and very professional, very good. He's all of that because he's done too many hours of television to be crazy. You don't work that much if you're crazy. You work that much if you're a journeyman, working an actor who is very professional. We like to ad-lib, so he grabbed me one day and he says, look, now I memorize my lines, see? So if you guys go changing your lines, you got to tell me. I don't want any surprises. So we were like, okay. So we kept him posted. No surprises for Lee. Co-starring Lucy Lawless, Ray Santiago, and Dana De Lorenzo, Ash vs. Evil Dead airs Sunday nights on Starz. Season 2 begins with Ash returning home to Michigan more than 30 years after leaving in disgrace. Just as he makes peace with his cantankerous father, the old man is run down and killed by Ash's possessed car. Campbell originated the role of Ash in the 1981 movie Evil Dead and reprised the part of the unlikely hero in 1987's Evil Dead 2 and 1992's Army of Darkness. Mary McCormick, Jim Halwick, Samuel Anderson, Johnny Sweet, and Nick Helm are set to star in Loaded, an 8-part drama. The English-language adaptation of the Israeli series Miserarium will air on Britain's Channel 4 and AMC in the United States. The show follows 4 tech entrepreneurs and childhood friends who become multi-millionaires overnight. Ian Fitzgibbon is set to direct the first 3 episodes of the series, which is to go into production early next month. It is slated to premiere in 2017. Phil Clark, the head of scripted at Channel 4, said in a statement, after such a successful collaboration on Humans, we're thrilled to be partnering once again with AMC. John Brown is one of the most talented young British writers around, demonstrated by his ability to turn the dream of instant riches into the worst nightmares inimaginable. We can't wait to see the brilliant cast bring to life the motley crew at Idle Hands. We're so excited to be working alongside AMC, Hillbilly Television, and Keshet UK on this hilarious, astute, and timely comedy drama. Joe Stillerman, the president of programming for AMC and Sundance TV, says a smart and somewhat lighthearted look at the things that can go wrong when you're suddenly very, very rich and very, very young felt like a perfect show for our times. We're thrilled to continue our partnership with Channel 4 and Cash It International and to begin a new one with Hillbilly and the very talented writer John Brown, director Ian Fitzgibbon, and this terrific cast. Conan O'Brien has lined up Louis C.K., Ryan Reynolds, Roy Scovel, and Tracy Morgan as guests for when he takes his talk show on the road to New York City this week. TBS's Los Angeles-based Conan will be broadcast from Harlem's famed Apollo Theater on Monday through Thursday. This week's episodes will kick off the beginning of Conan's 8th year on the cable television network. It also marks the show's 6th out of the studio trip in the past 18 months and its second excursion to New York. Previous trips have taken Conan to North Korea, Armenia, and the United States Air Force Base in Doha, Qatar, where O'Brien was accompanied by First Lady Michelle Obama. O'Brien became the first American late-night host to shoot in Cuba in more than 50 years in the spring of 2015. Episodes of the show have also been taped in Chicago, Dallas, Atlanta, and San Diego's Comic-Con. A&E Network says its new docuseries Leah Remini, Scientology and the Aftermath will debut November 29th. The 8-episode program is meant to give a voice to victims of the Church of Scientology despite public attempts to discredit them, the cable network said in a press release. Hosted by Remini, an actress, TV personality, and a former follower of the controversial religion, the show will also feature a team of former high-ranking Scientology insiders who understand the inner workings and policies of the organization. Remini said in a statement, "This series is all about sharing the truth about Scientology, truth born out of very personal experiences, truth that is shocking, things that I did not expect to find when I embarked on the journey of making these shows. For too long, this multi-billion-dollar organization bullied victims and journalists to prevent the truth being told. It is my hope that we shed light on information that makes the world aware of what's really going on and encourage other speakers so the abuses can end forever. I hope that that people who have left now feel that they have a safe place to go. I hope others who have also experienced abuses will come forward and help us do something about it." Remini is best known for her work in the long-running sitcom The King of Queens and the chat program The Talk. She's also competed on Dancing with the Stars. New mom Chrissy Teigen delighted fans by posting her daughter's adorable Halloween costumes Thursday. The 30-year-old model dressed up Luna, her 6-month-old daughter, with husband John Legend as a hot dog, peacock, Minnie Mouse, and banana ahead of the infant's first Halloween. She captioned a photo of Luna in the hot dog suit. "Have you seen a more whimy face? You can possibly think I only bought the hot dog." Teigen and Legend married in Como, Italy in 2013 and welcomed their daughter in April. The model fired back at social media users last week who says she was holding Luna incorrectly in a recent paparazzi photo. She responded to the critics, "Let me know how you hold your baby when she's about to get into a stroller and there are 20 cameras flashing at night." The star added, "Photos are literally split-second moments in time that evolve. I despise mommy shamers. I'm a proud shamer of mommy shamers. Please do shut up." Teigen previously came under fire for going on a dinner date with Legend less than 2 weeks after their daughter's birth. So, the model made her Twitter account private earlier this month, saying she's not strong enough anymore to remain public. She says, "It's not haters or trolls or generally mean people. I just feel like I'm absorbing bad mojo 24/7. My mind and body cannot handle it anymore," she told her 2.88 million followers at the time. Teigen is known for her modeling work with Sports Illustrated and co-hosts the reality competition Lip Sync Battle with LL Cool J. The Spike TV television series airs Wednesdays at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Australian actor Chris Hemsworth publicly pledged his support for the ongoing protests over the controversial Dakota Access Pipeline in a photo shared to his Instagram account. Hemsworth posted the photo with Thor Ragnarok director Taika Waititi while holding a sign that reads, "We stand with the Standing Rock." He also wrote down, "Standing with those who are fighting to protect their sacred land and water. Hashtag not a people. Hashtag water is life. Hashtag Ninwinkoni." Hemsworth also issued an apology for dressing up as a Native American for a New Year's Eve party last year. Hemsworth said, "I would also like to take this opportunity to raise something that has been bothering me for some time. Last New Year's Eve, I was at a Lone Ranger themed party where some of us, myself included, wore the traditional dress for First Nation people. I was stupidly unaware of the offense this may have caused and the sensitivity around the issues. I sincerely and unreservedly apologize to all First Nation people for this thoughtless action. Johnny Depp has left United Talent Agency, where he has been a client since 1998, for UTA's rival Creative Artists Agency, the agency announced. The long-standing feud between the agencies was exacerbated last year when CAA lost nearly a dozen of its agents and their clients to UTA. Depp signed on with UTA in 1998 following his breakout success on the television series 21 Jump Street. He went on to star in some of the most popular films of the past 20 years, including Edward Scissorhands, Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas, Alice in Wonderland, Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, Pirates of the Caribbean films, for which Depp is reprising his role as Captain Jack Sparrow for an upcoming fifth film in the series. Upcoming for Depp, who has recently dealt with some personal struggles amid a very public divorce from actor Amber Heard, and the adaptation of Murder on the Orient Express and The Invisible Man. Also forthcoming is the crime drama Labyrinth, which will explore the depths of Tupac Shakur and the notorious B.I.G. Jennifer Lopez has signed on to star in NBC's next live musical, Bye Bye Birdie. According to The Hollywood Reporter, the show will be based on the 1960s Tony Award-winning musicals that starred Dick Van Dyke and Chia Rivera. Bye Bye Birdie, based on the Michael Stewart novel of the same name with lyrics by Lee Adams and song by Chris Strauss. It follows agent and songwriter Albert Peterson, played by Van Dyke, and girlfriend Rosie Alvarez, played by Rivera, as they promote famous singer Comrade Birdie's final song before he heads off to war. The musical was inspired by Elvis Presley when he was inducted into the Army in 1957. Lopez will be portraying Rosie Alvarez. NBC Chairman Robert Greenblatt says to have a superstar like Jennifer Lopez starring in this classic show, which every high school in America has done, will ensure that our holiday musicals will continue to be must-see events for the whole family. According to Greenblatt, Lopez was the one who approached NBC about starring in the production. The actress and pop star says Broadway musicals and films fueled my childhood, and Bye Bye Birdie was one of my favorites. She also continued by saying, I'm proud to be a part of the NBC family, which shades of blue, and I thought it would be a blast to take on one of their big live musicals. Lopez has also signed on to executive produce. Before Bye Bye Birdie arrives next year, NBC will be broadcasting Hairspray Live on December 7th, which stars Jennifer Hudson, Ariana Grande, Kristen Chenoweth, Martin Short, Derek Hough, Dove Cameron, Garrett Clayton, Sean Hayes, Rosie O'Donnell, Andrea Martin, and newcomer Maddie Bedalia. Bye Bye Birdie is slated to premiere during the holiday season of 2017. Former touring pharmaceutical CEO and controversial figure Martin Shkreli has promised fans on social media that he will release his collection of rare music if Donald Trump becomes president. Shkreli wrote on Twitter Wednesday, if Trump wins, my entire unreleased music collection, including unheard Nirvana, Beatles, and of course Wu-Tang, comes out for free. When a Twitter user asked the 33-year-old to still release his coveted Wu-Tang album if Hillary Clinton wins, Shkreli responded that he would break it. In December of 2015, Shkreli made headlines when he was outed as the mysterious buyer of the Wu-Tang Clan's one-of-a-kind album Once Upon a Time in Shaolin that sold for $2 million. The album is noted for being the only copy of unreleased music from the legendary rap collective and contractually bounds Shkreli from selling the music commercially for 88 years. Alright, so Tori Spelling voiced her support for Shannon Doherty on Thursday amid the star's ongoing battle with cancer. The 43-year-old actress sent her love to her 45-year-old former Beverly Hills 90210 co-star in an interview with E! News ahead of Doherty's interview with Chelsea Handler about her struggles. Spelling said, I haven't personally seen her, but I obviously have followed her fight. It's been amazing how she's done it through social media. I give her props for that. I think she's standing up for a lot of women everywhere who are fighting this battle. She also added she's doing a brave and wonderful job, and we obviously support her. It's really hard to know what to do when someone's going through it, if they want people there or not, but I think she's very brave, and I admit her so much. Doherty was diagnosed with breast cancer in March of 2015 and announced in August that this disease had spread to her lymphatic system. Handler will air a candid interview with the actress on Friday's episode of Netflix's talk show Chelsea. Doherty said in a preview, "I think what's beautiful and hard and interesting about cancer is that it tears you down and it builds you, and it tears you down and builds you. It remakes you so many different ways." This was, she also added, this was very hard and not humbling because I've already been humbled by cancer, but it was hard in just the sense of rethinking who you are and how you come to terms with who you are now and accepting it. Pregnant reality television personality Blac Chyna posted an Instagram a video of her joyfully dancing at home to Juju on That Beat. Chyna, 28, is expecting her first child with her fiancé Rob Kardashian. She also has a 4-year-old son from a previous relationship with rapper Tyga, who's now dating Kardashian's half-sister Kylie Jenner. Chyna can be seen smiling and dancing in the video. She's wearing a black bra, sweatpants, and a stripped socks, while her baby bump which is covered in tattoos, is on full display. The little boy has a cameo in the clip, but he seemed more interested in playing with the toy car than he does in his mother's performance. The Tony Award-winning revival of The Color Purple will play its final performance on Broadway on January 8th, producers announced Sunday. The production will have had 449 regular and 33 preview performances at the Bernard B. Jacobs Theater by the time the final curtain drops this winter. It won the 2016 Tony Awards for Best Revival of a Musical and Best Performance by an Actress in a Lead Role in a Musical for Cynthia Everett. A North American tour of The Color Purple will begin next fall. Rock legend Bob Dylan has finally broke his silence regarding his recent win of the Nobel Prize for Literature. Asked by Britain's Telegraph newspaper if he plans to collect the honor in person at a ceremony in Sweden on December 10th, the media-shy 75-year-old artist replied, "Absolutely, if it's at all possible." He added of the distinction, "It's hard to believe," calling it amazing and incredible. He wondered, whoever dreams about something like that. The Nobel Foundation released a statement after the interview was published. The organization says on October 13, 2016, the Swedish Academy announced that this year's Nobel Prize in Literature is awarded to Bob Dylan for having created the new poetic expressions within the great American song tradition. This week, Bob Dylan called the Swedish Academy. The news about the Nobel Prize left me speechless. He told Sarah Danis, permanent secretary of the Swedish Academy, "I appreciate the honor so much. It has not been yet decided if Bob Dylan will attend any events during the Nobel Week in Stockholm in December. The Nobel Foundation will share its information as soon as possible." Rihanna's backup dancer Charlene Quigley, who was reported missing earlier in the week, stopped by the North Bergen Police Department to thank them for bringing her home. News of Quigley's disappearance was shared by celebrities like Rihanna and Missy Elliott, who reached out to fans to help locate Quigley and see that she returns home. Authorities located Quigley on Tuesday after an extensive search. Quigley shared a photo of herself and members of the North Bergen Police Force and thanked them for working to ensure her safety. She wrote, "Thank you everyone for your prayers, love, and support. God is so good. Special unconditional thanks to our NYPD, literally serve and protect. We are so blessed beyond measure to have people like these gentlemen who put their lives on the line daily to help us." North Bergen Police shared the photo. As well saying, "We are beyond pleased to this situation has come to a successful conclusion." Q-Tip announced a Tribe Called Quest will release its final album in November, saying the record will allow them to complete our paths of rhythm. He wrote that the new album, which was recorded before the death of Malik Life Dog Taylor, came together following an appearance on The Tonight Show on November 13th. Tip wrote, "It was our first television performance in 18 years. The energy for us that night was one that we hadn't experienced on stage together in some time." He also shared that after leaving the Tonight Show studios following their appearance, the group felt the need to get back to the studio. Fife died unexpectedly in March, but left the blueprint of what we had to do, Q-Tip said. The other members of the group, Q-Tip, DJ Ali, Shaheed Mohammed, and Jarobi White, team up with Busta Rhymes and Consequence to finish the album. The album, still untitled, is set to be released November 11th and will be the group's first since The Love Movement was released in 1998. Mariah Carey and James Packer reportedly haven't closed the door on their relationship yet. The 46-year-old singer's rep responded to rumors Thursday that Carey and Packer ended their engagement due to tensions over the star's forthcoming reality show Mariah's World and extravagant spending. Carey's spokesperson told Entertainment Tonight that Carey and Packer haven't seen each other since they had a fight during their trip to Greece in September. The pair plan to release an official statement once they determine their future. The rep says the fight was not because of any cheating allegations or excessive spending by Mariah, adding that Packer is one of the most successful businessmen in the world. A spokesperson revealed they are trying to work it out. Right now, they're not sure if they will stay together. Packer's rep told People that the numerous rumors surrounding the split are simply untrue. One such report says that Carey ended the relationship after Packer failed to be presented for Mariah or her family. Another source close to Packer told the family it's typical Mariah to just twist things that don't sound good to her. They split because she has issues. Carey and Packer got engaged in January after less than a year of dating. The singer, who was previously married to actor Nick Cannon, told E! News at the time she's feeling fantastic and working forward to the wedding. Tyler Perry's holiday comedy Boo! A Medea Halloween is the number one movie in North America for a second weekend, earning an additional $16.7 million in receipts, BoxOfficeMojo.com announced Sunday. Coming in at number 2 is Inferno with $15 million, followed by Jack Reacher, Never Go Back at number 3 with $9.6 million, The Accountant at number 4 with $8.5 million, and Uwaji, Origins of Evil at number 5 with $7.1 million. Rounding out the top tier are The Girl on the Train at number 6 with $4.3 million. Miss Pellegrin, Home for Peculiar Children at number 7 with $4 million. Keeping Up with the Jordans at number 8 with $3.4 million. Storks at number 9 with $2.8 million. And Ideal Holly Mushkow at number 10 with $2.1 million. And that is your entertainment report for Monday, October 31st, 2016. I'm your host, Mr. Downtown Ray Melo. I'll be back tomorrow to deliver some major stories and trends going on in the world of entertainment and beyond. You can follow the show on Facebook, Twitter, or Instagram. Facebook.com/The Entertainment Report with Ray Melo. That's RayMelo. On Twitter at The Enter Report, or on Instagram at The Entertainment Report. You can listen to this episode or any previous episodes of The Entertainment Report anytime you want on iHeartRadio. Just go to iHeart.com or your iHeart phone app, search for The Entertainment Report, and it'll take you to the page. Good night, and God bless you all.